I was driving in traffic and I saw a guy driving next to me on the highway. Took a look inside of his car. On his navigation screen, he had a fist sized smash, like top left corner. So that guy got so pissed off at something, he punched that screen, and now he has a broken screen in his car. Have you ever got so mad that you just like broke something and then after you did it, you're like, ugh, why did I do that? Why did I throw my phone? Now my phone's smashed. Why I punch a hole in that wall? Why did I just pick up this desk and slam it on the ground and break the wheels? Why did I grab the litter box and just smash it? Now there's cat shit everywhere. I don't know. Sometimes when you just like are so mad and you just break something, it just feels so good. But then after you're like, why did I do that? Now I have to get a new thing or whatever, fix it. And then when you're fixing it, it's like the most humiliating thing ever. You're like, ugh. I had a, I got so pissed. Like I just started elbowing the litter box. Just, I've never like elbowed something before. I've never like smashed something with my elbow, and oh, the power, the power I felt. But then when there's cat litter everywhere and I'm vacuuming and cat shit, I'm like, why did I do that? Why was I so mad? I just like have learned to try and control that. I'm really working on that. Not like super violent person, but like just sometimes you get so pissed off. You just gotta break some shit. I'm sure people have done a lot worse, but like the phone is a big one. People just like whip their phone. Why? I guess it's just like a perfect thing to whip. Just whip it out of your hand and just chuck it. But I've thrown my phone a couple times. I don't know. I might have even broken it. One time in one time in high school, I had a it's so ungrateful. I had an iPod Touch with the screen and smashed that thing with a hammer. Why would I do that? Why would I smash that shit? It was in school. We are in a class that had hammers. The classroom had hammers. So I smashed that with a hammer. I wasn't even mad. I just did it for fun. Maybe I was trying to get the attention of someone. Maybe I was just bored. I smashed that thing. And it's probably harder than iPod Touch. Probably didn't even earn it myself. It was probably earned by someone else. Earned by my parents. And I probably just smashed that thing. Because I was an ungrateful little kid. And then when you get a little older, you realize the value of a dollar. So you stop. You stop unless you're real pissed off and you're like, okay, I'm so mad. I'm ready to smash. You smash it and it's gone. And it's gone. And then you have to deal with the consequences after. And there's nothing worse than when you smash something and you break something in front of your lady. Because, oh, it's pathetic. You seem like a monster. You're the monster that broke it. Then you have to deal with it. And you're like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I throw my phone? Why did I throw my computer mouse? Some guys get so pissed on video games, they just whip their controller around. It's always the controller. Controller gets smashed. Controller gets smashed. Drywall gets punched. Rage is a beautiful thing, but it's also an ugly thing. I have this eye problem past few weeks. It's called iritis. Sounds made up. Sounds like a made up thing, iritis. It's a real thing. Look it up. Iritis is a real condition, serious condition. You can go blind from it. You can lose your eyesight. Your eye will go red. Your one eye will go completely red, and you can't see. I'll be rocking the pirate, wearing a eye patch, wearing an eye patch. Had that, and then had to juice up that eye. I went to the ophthalmologist. They gave me the juice for the eye. Gave me eye steroids. Eye steroid drops. Been taking those. Finally, I'm back to 100%, but damn, that iritis is no joke. If you got that iritis, go to the doctor, go to the hospital. They need to refer you to an ophthalmologist. And the ophthalmologist will treat you seriously. They'll take you in, they'll say, this is serious. And then you feel real special. But be prepared, because you're going to be sitting in the hospital for a while, and you're just going to be sitting there. What are they doing? You're just waiting. You're waiting there for hours. You're just waiting. And then finally someone sees you. A doctor sees you, and they're like, I don't know anything about eyes. You're going to have to see an eye specialist. And then you wait some more. And suddenly the doctor will come out hours later and say, all right, I set you up with an eye specialist. You can go there. And then you're waiting for the eye doctor. So if you got that iritis, be prepared. Write your day off, because you gotta wait. You gotta wait to get that eye looked at. You got eyes looking at eyes. And there's nothing wrong with that. You got them eyes looking at eyes. And eventually, once you get on that juice, things start flowing. The eye starts clearing up a little bit. And your eye suddenly becomes better. They have a little fluorescent bulb. You gotta look that fluorescent bulb dead on. And they poke your eyeball with it. They gotta test the pressure. And that's not very comfortable. That's not a comfortable feeling. And my eye will twitch a little bit. And I say, sorry, I'm not really good with that. And the ophthalmologist will say, it's okay, you're allowed. He'll say, you're allowed. And that actually kind of soothing when someone just tells you you're allowed, when they say, that's okay. You're allowed to feel that way. You're allowed to be that way. Just the little things like that. So my eyeball is all fixed. It was the left eye. But if you're watching this, eyes are completely white. Got that white eye. Got those two white eyes. Just looking good. And we're back because we were scared that I was going to go blind there for a little bit. And whew, I don't know, man. I don't want to go blind yet. I don't want to go blind yet. There's so much to see, so much to do. And the blinds, man. The blinds, they have it pretty tough. So I just hope that everything's okay with them. And, they got dealt a bad deck of cards. They got dealt a bad deck of cards. That's a hard sentence to say. They got okay, hold on. They got dealt a bad deck of cards. A bad hand. They got dealt a bad hand of cards. And what are they gonna do about it? A lot of guys, like I saw a guy in a wheelchair, right? So another type of disability. He was handicapped. He was in a wheelchair. He was on a motorcycle. His legs got broken off. He was in a wheelchair, and he accepted. He said, "This is my journey. This is my journey." A young guy. He's like, "This is my journey." And then, you ask him, "Are you all right?" And hey, he didn't even. He's like, that's it is what it is. He wasn't even mad at the guy that hit him when he was on the motorcycle. He wasn't mad at that guy that hit him. He just said, like, hey man, if I saw that guy today, I'd probably buy him a beer. And I'd forgive him, whatever. This is my journey. I'm on my journey and he's on his. That's a crazy way to live life. What a good mindset. And if you don't have that mindset, when somebody hits you and breaks your legs off, Oh, you're gonna be bitter. You're gonna be smashing phones. You're gonna be punching drywall. Be punching your navigation screen. Or yeah, punching things, breaking things. And that's not really what you want to do. So get on that guy. Proper mindset. A lot of people with disabilities out there that have that good mindset. And you have to think about yourself if you're fully capable, right? Like, you got to think about yourself if you're fully capable and you're having a bad day. You got to think somebody's having a way worse day than you. And you're going to have bad days. You're going to have them bad days. And you're going to wake up one day and somebody you love, somebody, one of your friends, one of your family members, somebody's not going to make it on that same day as you. Someone's going to not make it. They're going to be dead. And then that's a bad day. That's a day. But all those other days, if you're still walking, if you're still breathing, if you're still seeing with them eyes, you need to just keep on moving. And that's what I try and tell myself. If I'm having a bad day, is it really that bad? Is it really that bad? I have a pretty blessed life, and there's a lot of people out there that aren't having such a good time. There's people that I'm looking at on the highway next to me, and that guy, whew, what do you think the reason for that was? For him punching his screen? Who knows? Maybe somebody hit his dog. Maybe somebody stole his, somebody broke into his house and stole something that meant a lot to him. He got so pissed he punched that screen, and now he's got a damaged screen. He was in a BMW as well. You know how expensive that'd be to fix in a BMW? This guy's probably driving Uber. How many Uber trips? It looked like he was an Uber. How many Uber trips is that going to cost to pay off your damaged navigation screen? Is it worth it? I don't know. Everybody's got a different threshold for pain. Everybody's got a different threshold for emotions. So you can't really judge. Everybody's got different feelings. People have different thresholds for happiness and depression. So really, anybody that's judging someone else, think about it. Just focus on yourself. You don't need to worry about that person. All you have to do is try and help. If they're having a bad time, if they come to you, you just got to try and help. And I think that's what it's all about, right? Help people. I need to do more of that. I gotta do more helping people. I do too much not helping people. Do too much, like, kind of see something, keep on walking. Maybe I'll stop and help somebody one day. Maybe I should have rolled down my window at that guy and been like, "Hey man, you all right?" Who knows? Maybe he smashed that thing a year ago. Maybe he's still maybe he's just living with it. Maybe he's just keeping that there as a reminder. Not to, not to do that again. And that's also a good thing. If you smash your phone, don't fix it for a while. Just keep it like that. Keep it as an emotion. Every time you're on your phone, you're scrolling, get those little glass pieces in your thumb. Just keep that as a reminder. Try not to do that again. Learn how to control your emotions and hit a punching bag. Why does it feel? I wonder why it feels so good to punch things when you're mad. Why does it feel good to punch things when you're mad? So, why do so many people want to destroy or punch things when they're upset? And why does it actually help? The release of tension that brings us to acts of aggression when we're mad is thought to be stress relieving. Yelling, screaming, slamming doors, throwing things, these are all considered to have the same venting effect. Well, that doesn't really help. It relieves stress. You get tired after punching, screaming, and crying. The tension goes away after releasing all the stress built up. So I guess you're expelling stored up energy, this uncomfortable energy. You're basically just throwing it out in a big mass of force. And that's what it's all about. But maybe there's other ways to get that energy out, like positive ways. Or maybe it's healthy. I don't know. Maybe going to like doing a hard workout, going like running, like putting yourself through some hardcore exercise, or doing something creative, singing a emotional song that you wrote, doing a podcast. Oh man, this podcast, like, oh, I'm just trying my best here. This is episode 10. I did episode 9, the last episode before this, and I've had to redo it. I'm on my third edit. I've messed it up twice already, so I'm on the third time, and I'm just rewatching these things, and I don't know. I'm like, is this it? Am I really? Is this what I'm doing? I feel like I'm feeling a little bit discouraged. I'm listening to the quality. I'm listening to what I'm saying. I'm like, oh, go listen to my favorite podcasts that are, top pet podcasts in the world. Listening to these, and I'm like, just comparing myself. And I'm like, oh, dude, you suck. You fucking suck. That's like a little voice in my head. Nobody's watching you. Your videos are getting like 25 views. And I'm like, oh, I'm like checking the views. I'm like checking things out. I'm like, oh man, this is going real bad. But I need to just like cut myself some slack. This is episode 10. I need to just chill out and just like have fun with it, not worry about it. I just want it to be something, and I want to have people here, and I want to do interviews, and people are giving me advice, and like I'm like, oh, they're saying you need to put this on a schedule, you need to edit these better, you need to get better mic, and all these things I need to do. But those are all things I can do, but I'm not actually doing it unless I'm doing it. And right now I'm doing it. I'm just trying to frequently get on here and speak my mind and speak about stuff and try and see if I can click with anyone and see if anybody's going to hear this. I'm uploading it onto YouTube. I'm uploading it onto Spotify. I know there's more places I need to upload this stuff, but like, oh my goodness. I'm editing now. I'm filming it. I'm putting the film with the audio, and I'm editing, and then when I we're filming for over half an hour, sometimes an hour, and I'm just like, can't. At the start, I was like, I need to like re-listen to everything I'm saying, make sure I'm not saying anything crazy. I don't got that time. I need to just like, I'm still trying to live my life too, so I'm just trying to like put out the content, and then I realize I fuck something up, and then I have to delete the video and I have to redo it, and it's a whole thing. But it's just a part of the process, right? Like with anything, you just like, it's the first 100 of these I'm gonna do are gonna suck, and I'm gonna, well, they'll suck to me, but maybe someday somebody will think it's good. Like somebody will maybe click. I used to have more I used to have like less of a care on this type of stuff, and I need to try and, I don't know, maybe that's with age. Maybe age you start caring a little more. Maybe you start kind of maybe you just start thinking too much. Maybe your brain, when you're younger, you just don't think as much, but when you get older, you think a little more. And don't know if that's a bad thing. Do you think more when you're older? Research shows that for some people, thinking skills improve when they grow older. They do better than the norm. Some other people experience more than the normal decline, which in some cases may lead to more serious loss of thinking skills or dementia. So that's actually interesting. So basically, when you're younger, you will not think as much. Your thinking is less. And then you grow older, you kind of rise. Your thinking becomes more detailed, more introspective, and then you're going to get to the highest peak of your thinking state at some point. Don't know when that is. I think for anybody it will vary, but there will become a time where you will slowly go down in your thinking, and maybe you will get back down to the thought quality or thought level that you used to have when you were younger, at that age where you didn't care as much, when things didn't matter, because you know you're going to die one day. And I think everybody will maybe get to that point. Not sure if that's making sense. So there's just so many things. Like right now, maybe I'm not there yet, but I'm just thinking a little too much these days. I think I need to think a little less, or maybe that's not a bad thing. It's hard, but I think you just got to do what you got to do and think the right things. Think. It's hard to think outside the box too. A lot of people get stuck up in their ways and they want to do the same thing all the time. And it's hard to accept new methods of doing things. And I need to get a little better at trying to learn how to do different things. So I think I'm just like, it's hard to do these solo podcasts because I'm trying to keep it going. I'm trying to just like talk, and I just feel like sometimes I just feel like what I'm saying isn't important, but I don't know why I just get into this like thought of like, I don't know why I get into this thought of like, oh, what I'm saying isn't important or whatever. What I'm saying is not interesting, but that's not, I got to just stop that. And maybe that's not good to say on the podcast, but whatever, I said it. And this is uncut, unhinged. I can't say it's uncut because I was just talking, doing the podcast right now, and then I just belched, I burped like really loud, and then I just cut it. I just was like, whoa, why'd I do that? But I should have kept that, didn't keep that. And this is just a mess right now. I just feel like I'm in a bit of a funk. And I don't know how to get out of it today. It's like film podcast number 9, the fucking thing didn't work out, and then here, I had to delete it. I deleted podcast number 9 because I fucked up so bad. I went ahead and I just like there was like a weird echo, and now I gotta figure out the echo, and then hopefully this podcast doesn't have an echo. I'm gonna have to figure this out, and I've like stopped it, and I'm gonna have to figure it all out. So I think what I need to do is accept that the way I'm doing these podcasts right now, the way I'm recording them, there's got to be a better method. Right now I'm using GarageBand, to record, using my iPhone to film it. And what I'm doing is then I'm basically just saving the audio and then saving it as an MP3. And then I'm getting my film that I'm filming, and then I try and connect the iPhone up to my computer and I try and upload the video through a cord, but then it never shows the video that I'm trying to upload. So then what I do is basically just like have to airdrop it. If you know what airdropping is like it's like a wireless transfer of a file. So I'm airdropping a 35-minute video over the air and dropping it onto my computer. And then I go into iMovie and then I try and match my audio with the video. And then for some reason, the video doesn't, like, there's something that like the audio and the video don't align. So then every like minute I have to like trim. It's just, I'm just going crazy. I'm doing what it has to take, but I'm putting in all this work on editing the podcast to try and line up the video with the audio, and it's just driving me crazy. There's got to be a better software or something. So if you're listening and if you have an idea for me to use a software, just fucking let me know, please. Sorry. And that's just from the heart, man. That's straight what's happening. That's no I'm not gonna glorify it. I'm not gonna glorify what I'm doing here. I'm just, I learned that I wanted to try these solo ones. I'm doing the podcast in my solo little studio here, and it seems to be okay, but I'm listening back into I'm the first couple of my podcasts, I was pretty proud, but maybe the novelty just wears off, and maybe you do a few of these and then you're just like, man, you're a fucking idiot. Like, what are you doing? And hopefully it pays off. And I don't know why I'm just beating myself up today. So I don't know. That's really bad. I don't know. I feel like now I just wish I didn't say this stuff on the podcast, but I said it and I have to use it now, and that's the way it is. And hopefully I could re-listen one day and be like, you know what, man, you're not an idiot. See, things are good. I hope I could just keep going. I hope I don't give up on this. I hope that I could continue with the dream of doing this. I think it might just be also getting to me a little bit because I haven't had a guest in a little while, and I'm just like I'm doing these solos, and I'll be honest, I've been filming, I've been recording these solos like every day for the past few days now. Maybe I'm just going a little bit crazy talking to myself like for this long. And I don't know if that's like a normal thing to be doing. Don't know if that's like a normal thing to be doing, like talking into a mic for 30 minutes. What am I talking about? I don't know. Yeah, of course it's not a normal thing to be doing, talking to yourself for 30 minutes plus an hour. Like, it's just not normal. It's not a normal thing to do. And I think in a way I'm testing myself to do this. And I challenge anybody to try and talk to themselves for that long and try and watch what you're saying and this and that. Our friends, mine and Jen's friends, my wife Jen, we are having a really good time on Marvel Rivals game. If you've ever played Marvel Rivals, really fun game. And it's free. You can go on and play it, but I feel like we are forming a bond with our teammates and our squad, and we're going out there and we're all superheroes and we're fighting other superheroes. And I think the experience for a lot of people is similar. Sometimes you have a good day, sometimes you have a bad day. And last night, I feel like we were having a good day. We were out there messing teams up bad, and then here we go. See, I'm not gonna cut that one. Sorry, that's rude. I'm not cutting it. It is what it is. Like, that's what I did in the middle of that's what I did, but when I cut the video and the audio the last time in this podcast, but yeah, I belched. And I'm going to keep that one. I think that's important. I think it's important that I keep things raw. Don't edit too much. When I had my friends over for the podcast, I had to cut some things out. I had to edit, but I think I would like to get to a point where I just don't care, and I feel like I'm slowly getting there. But at this point, my phone storage is just like keeps filling up. Just keeps saying now. I'm just getting pissed because I'm trying to film this podcast, and my phone that I'm filming the video on is like telling me it's storage full. So I was just in a group there, and then I just had to go in there and delete some shit. So as I was saying, I don't want to cut stuff anymore. It literally just forced me to cut it. So, I'm getting wired up, and yeah, so things are going okay right now. But I'm just just trying to figure it all out. And hopefully, it's all gonna be good. So thank you so much for watching.